Hello and welcome to Alphabet Soup, Channel 31's television show that celebrates the GLBTI community in Melbourne. I'm Nathan Little. You might remember me from Beauty and the Bear, Australia's queer arts TV show, which got started here on Channel 31, but is now on a competing network, and I won't mention who they are. This is our second variety show. We've got a fabulous lineup of acts. We've got musical comedy with M. Russiano from Australian Idol and the 7pm Project. Also stand-up comedy with Simon Taylor. But first, we've got a bit of burlesque, so get your table tennis paddles out. You might have some ping pong balls flying at you in a moment. Please welcome the beautiful and talented Ruby Sunday.
Coin-operated boy sitting on the shelf. He is just a toy, but I turn him on and he comes to life. Automatic joy, that is why I want a coin-operated boy. Made of plastic and elastic, he is rugged and long-lasting. Who could ever ask for more? Love without complications galore. Many shapes and weights to choose from. I will never leave my bedroom. I will never cry at night again. Wrap my arms around him and pretend. Coin-operated boy. All the other real ones that I destroy cannot hold a candle to my new boy, and I'll never let him go. Never be alone, and I'll never let him go, and I'll never be alone, 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 not with my coin-operated boy. This bridge was written to make you feel smitten with my sad picture of girl getting bitterer. Can you extract me from my plastic fantasy? I didn't think so, but I'm still convincible. Will you persist even after I bet you $1 billion that I'll never love you? And will you persist even after I kiss you goodbye for the last time? Will you keep trying to prove it? I'm dying to lose it. I'm losing my confidence. I want it, 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 I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want, I want, I want, coin-operated boy. Imagine any flesh and blood could be his match. boy. He may not be real, experienced with girls, but I know he feels like a boy should feel. Isn't that the point? That is why I want a coin-operated boy with a pretty coin-operated voice, saying that he loves me, that he's thinking of me, straight and to the point. That is why I want a coin-operated boy.
Fantastic stuff. How long have you been doing burlesque for?
About 2.5 years now.
Why burlesque?
Because I started in musical theatre and it was just a little bit too for my tastes, and I think I just loved the darkness of burlesque and that you can incorporate anything you want in it, from comedy to something more serious, physicality, and I think it's a very, very, very old art form, and the revival is giving it so much more new life.
I'm glad you're wearing your pasties because you've been popping out. What keeps them on?
Toupee tape.
Toupee tape?
The tape that sticks wigs to your head.
Is it effective?
Most of the time.
Now, were you wearing pasties at your show, which is coming up at the Trades Hall?
I will be.
What's that called?
It's Badass Burlesque presents Midnight Mayhem.
And I hear it's going to be a little naughty.
Very naughty. I've called up all of my burlesque friends and asked them for their most debaucherous routines.
And you got the spatula, the donkey, Crisco.
all those kind of things. Yep.
Fantastic.
I suggest the audience bring an umbrella.
Burlesque has had a real explosion over the last 5 to 10 years. Why now, do you think?
I think because we've been overexposed to raunch culture and just, going to a strip club or even seeing on billboards, it's just boobs are out, it's just bikinis, and it's not that exciting anymore. And I think trying to make things sexier again, we've gone and reverted back to that old school of burlesque is about the tease rather than actually getting naked. So you can just be as sexy taking off a glove or a stocking than taking your undies off. And
it requires a lot of core strength, doesn't it? Because I certainly, if I sat on that chair, I think it'd be collapsing.
Yeah, lots of core strength, a lot of flexibility. It's also knowing where your center of weight is and being confident that you can throw your weight around and not fall off. And even if you do fall off, to just roll with it.
And is it a good way to pick up girls and boys?
Yes. People get very excited, but I don't get my boobs out.
Who are some of the performers in Melbourne that really excite you?
I love the Cunning Clarissa. She's a teacher at Bottoms Up Burlesque and Pole Dancing School, and she's fabulous. She's so different and does neo burlesque really well. She has a fantastic piece on a bicycle, and she's just really, really intuitive and loves the form and does it really well.
You teach how to do this, don't you?
Yes, I teach. I specialise in chair dancing and in fan dancing as well.
And what's that place called?
Bottoms Up Burlesque and Pole Dancing School in Brunswick.
Bottoms Up. Could someone my size pole dance, or would the pole just... I have danced on a few poles in my time, but they haven't been attached to the ceiling. Would it pop out?
No, not at all. They're very, very secure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm holding you to that. And anything else coming up besides the Trade Hall show? Where else might people be able to find you?
On the 14th of July at the SB, there is a show called Project Cabaret, which is a fundraiser to help support women and children in Malaysia and Asia who are being sold into sex slavery. It's a cabaret comedy and burlesque show. There'll be 3 acts. Each act will have song, comedy and burlesque, and they have the likes of Michelangelo and Sammy J, and we've got some fantastic burlesque performers as well. So that's the 14th of July at the SB in St Kilda.
Now, who did that song that you just performed to?
That was Amanda Palmer from the Dresden Dolls.
She's fabulous.
She's great.
She's very theatrical in herself, isn't
Absolutely. I mean, I was listening to an interview to her husband the other day, and he's saying that she's just crazy. She'll get out on the red carpet for something and then just lay down on the carpet and pretend to be dead. And she has fabulous, fabulous shows, and she just sits there in her pajamas and plays whatever the audience ask her to play.
And who are your influences, from maybe in the decades past?
My hero is Audrey Hepburn, but she's not a very burlesque kind of person. Yeah, everybody says that. I love her. I think she's fabulous. But my burlesque hero is Sally Rand, who's the first recorded fan dancer. So the story goes that she auditioned for a burlesque club. They let her in. She didn't have a routine, so she went to an op shop, found some pink ostrich feather fans and a silk shift. And this is all legend. She started making the costume, and she arrived on the night and she'd forgotten her costume. She just had the fans. She didn't have a routine, so she just said to the pianist, "Play Claire de Lune and I'll just do something." So she went on stage naked with just the fans.
Wow.
And she didn't actually ever show anything, just like a hint of a hip or just the ankle or a collarbone. She never actually showed anything, so she was still within the legal limits of the time.
And burlesque is a really broad art form, isn't it? I've seen ballet on a very tiny stage, ballet, burlesque. I've seen women covering themselves with blood, shtick and sort of comedy routines. It's all over the place. How would you describe your form of performing? Do you do all sorts of things, or do you have a particular flavour?
I do all sorts of things, but I have my tastes run towards neo-burlesque. And neo-burlesque, as opposed to traditional burlesque...
Is that like being a skinhead and wearing boots?
Neo-burlesque means that it's modern, and that any song written after 1970s is classified as neo, and I prefer to use modern songs. So Amanda Palmer is a lot more modern than something written in the 30s or the 40s. So the 30s and 40s routines tend to be all like cutesy and just strip tease. Neo-burlesque runs in more modern influences, more modern music, more modern ideas behind the dance as well.
What did you think of that burlesque film with Cher and...
I haven't seen it. I'm boycotting it. I don't think it's burlesque. It's just an MTV music clip.
You got it spot on. That's exactly what it is. It's a
I
bit
don't
boring.
want to see it. People come into the studio saying, "Oh, we saw the movie and we want to do burlesque," and I was like, "I'm going to tell you right now, that's not what we do."
And if you wanted to if you've never seen burlesque before, where would you recommend, what venues around town would you recommend to check out?
Red Benny's is a great venue to see burlesque, but they also have cabaret, live bands and circus. The Burlesque Bar on Johnson Street runs burlesque nights from Thursday through to Sunday. There's various things around town that don't have a set venue. There's the Burlesque Hour, which is run by Moira Finucane. And there's Burlesque at the Wesleyan, which my school, Bottoms Up, is involved with. They do once a month, and that's in Northcote. Basically, you just got to keep your eye out for posters, anything on the internet that comes up.
And do you all support each other, or does it get pretty catty? Is there a lot of competition in the burlesque scene?
It can. We try and support. I think the philosophy that our school teaches, because burlesque isn't just stripping, it's about story and character. Our school is very supportive. We love working with other people. We love cross-promoting and all that kind of thing. Sometimes you get divas. But that's the case with any kind of art form.
It sure is.
You just got to put up with it.
Yeah. So if they wanted to see you, your show is called... Badass Burlesque presents Midnight Mayhem.
Yes.
This is the really risky, frisky one.
Yeah,
no
it's a
pasties.
midnight time slot, which means that we can go all out and get really naughty.
And that's happening on Saturday the 24th of September and Saturday the 1st of October.
1st of October.
11:45, midnight start, Trades Hall,
Trades Hall.
North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you every success.
Thank
well
you very
done.
much.
Great stuff. I'm glad you didn't injure yourself there. That's very good. We have more talent on this variety show than perhaps a Saturday afternoon at Wet on Wellington. Just to go through the guests that are coming up later, we have Em Rusciano, who's from Australian Idol and the 7pm Project, Simon Taylor, a bit of stand-up comedy and doing a song, and me doing a few more crap jokes. I don't think there's going to be any more chair action. Yes, so we'll be back with more talent right after this. Hello and welcome back to Alphabet Soup, Channel 31's celebration of the GLBTIQ community here in Melbourne. I'm with the lovely Em Rusciano.
Yes, who's an honorary member of the gay and lesbian community
You
of
could
Melbourne.
be an honorary bear as well today if you like.
Really?
Yeah.
I waxed before we came. I'm not going to be a bear.
You were gorgeous.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I recognise that pretty face.
Oh, wow. Wow, thank you. Really?
Where are you from?
Well, I did Australian Idol in 2004, and I am the Melbourne representative for the Metro Whip Around on the 7pm Project.
Did you get a touchdown?
No, I never got a touchdown. I was in Ricky Lee, Anthony Collier, The Prayer. If you didn't sing The Prayer, no one cares about you. So
Yeah.
no touchdown.
Oh, no, that was a hard year. Wow. And the 7pm Project, what are you doing there?
I do the Metro Whip Around, and I also report stories for them. So I went and I just got back from New York. We did a MasterChef shoot
New
there.
York, wow.
I know, it's a tough job.
Tough.
I know.
Who'd you interview in New York?
Well, all the MasterChef crew, Matt Preston and all the contestants. Can't give away who was there, but it was fabulous.
And you're here for a completely different reason today.
Correct. I, of course, am aspiring to be Australia's answer to Liza Minnelli. Of course, tough ask. I wrote
I'm just so excited to be here.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you could be Liza. The bear Liza. No, I wrote a one-woman show and I performed it at the Butterfly Club, and I'm going to be doing it during Melbourne Fringe at Trades Hall on September 24th. Plug number 1, there will be more. And so it's called The Saintly Bitch Sings, and it's basically 8 pop songs that relate to 8 poignant moments in my life. So Idol, hosting radio, and today's song is about falling pregnant at the age of 21.
Is this from your real life?
Yes, this is from my real life. Yes, I'm Italian Catholic, and at 21, after dating a boy for 5 months, I had to tell my father that I was with child.
And how did that go?
Not well. Not well at all, as you can imagine. Not his proudest moment. But in the show, I talk about this hard time. And look, if life were an episode of Glee, which if it were, I would be much happier. There's a Madonna song called Papa Don't Preach that I would have basically broken into. Highly inappropriate at the time because my father was about to have a heart attack. So probably a song and dance number, not the best idea. But yeah, this is the song that best describes that moment.
I haven't told my parents about my baby yet. I think it's stillborn. It's taking a while. It's been a couple of years. But so you're going to be performing in
Sorry.
Too soon?
Sorry, no, not at all. And sidestep. Yes.
And segue. So you'll be performing Madonna's Papa Don't Preach?
That's correct.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And will you be doing this in The Saintly Bitch?
Correct. The Saintly Bitch Sings. I do songs. I have a gay mafia. I have 8 full-time members who basically raise my children for me and dress me. And so there's a song dedicated, Whitney, Dance With Somebody. I lost my boyfriend when I was 15 to another woman, so I sing You Ought to Know by Linus Morissette. Quite an intense song. You know, the lesbians can relate to that song.
Yes. Would you go down on her in a theatre?
I didn't do that kind of thing. I don't get on my knees for anyone, honey. And so we move right through my life, basically. I do some songs from Idol, and then we finish up with an Adele song, who's a new diva.
And if they want to get tickets, it's on the 24th of September at the Bella Union, bellaunion.com.au.
bellaunion.com. Where am I looking? bellaunion.com.au. It's at the Trades Hall, 24th of September. I'm on at 10:20. There's leotards, there's glitter cannons, there's a wind machine. I'm like Beyonce, just less talent.
Well, we don't have a wind machine for you today, but do your best.
I will.
I look forward to hearing you. Please take it away, Em.
Papa, I know you're gonna be upset, 'cause I was always your little girl. But you should know by now I'm not a baby. You always taught me right from wrong. I need your help, Daddy, please be strong. Maybe an awful mess, and I don't mean maybe. The one you warned me all about, the one you said I could do without. We're in an awful mess, and I don't mean maybe. Please, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. Ooh, I'm gonna keep my baby. Oh, yeah. He says that he's gonna marry me, and we could raise a little family. I may be young at heart, but I know what I'm saying. But my friends keep telling me to give it up, saying I'm too young, I ought to live it up. What I need right now is some good advice. Please, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. Ooh, I'm gonna keep my baby. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna keep my baby. Ooh, Don't you stop loving me, Daddy. I'm gonna keep my baby, oh yeah. Daddy, Daddy, if you could only see just how good he's been treating me. You give us your blessing right now, 'cause we are in love. We are in love, so please, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. Ooh, I'm gonna keep my baby. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic stuff. That is M. Rusciano and the gorgeous Ryan on guitar. Ryan's straight, unfortunately. Nothing a bit of Rohypnol won't fix. We'll be back straight after this. Hello and welcome back to Alphabet Soup, the second variety show from Bent TV for this year. Our third and final act for the night is a fantastic stand-up comic, Simon Taylor. Take it away, Simon.
Thanks, man. I love language. It's marvellous. It's wondrous. It's fabulous. It's gorgeous. It's fantastiche. It's a serving of rad cakes topped with awesome sauce and a side of cool bananas. It's staying at home all day doing sweet FA because you CBF. It's overstated underwear. It's an underrated overcoat. It's clear and concise, or as random as you dishwasher. Words are our minions that do our bidding with the crack of an analogy. Language is a gallant steed that gallops across a metaphor and leaps over a river like a simile. It's the realization that pronunciation is just a facade, a facade, a facade, a focaccia. It's the onomatopoeia that pops in your ear. It's the dad joke you wish you didn't hear. It's a school of fish, a gaggle of geese, a slab of bogans. It's taking the words melt and weld and melding them into a new word. Is language rhetorical? It's a statement. It's A, an appreciation of articulation, enunciation, and alliteration. B, big bold billboards and bustling bus stations. C, context, contradiction, and constant connotation. D, discourse, dialects, and devilish dictation. It's multiple choice, it's short answer, it's essay form. It's passing with flying colours. It's barely scraping by. It's the paintbrush that paints the vivid image in your mind of your parents having sex right now. It's using cliches like, what am I, chopped liver? Then becoming vegetarian and saying, what am I, unmarinated tofu? It's that bully at school who called you names like poo face and wee wee head, then watching him grow up to work in sanitation. It's the rules we make and the rules we break. I sentence can with all the say up and still you words the mix can understand it. It's our brain's ability to fill in the and finish this. It's the overuse of the word genius. It's the underuse of the word kindness. It's your father saying he loves you. It's your mother saying, well, I'm sure some comedians make money. It's language.
Thanks very much, Simon.
Thanks, man.
Besides Club 80, where can we see more of you?
You can see me everywhere. You can see me at Trades Hall, actually during Fringe. So Melbourne Fringe Festival, I'm on. My show's called 10 Things I Know About You. It's all about the mind.
The mind?
Yeah, all the things I love about the mind, all the little secrets our mind keeps from us, like why we moral and what makes us really happy and how we use our language. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And why do we do community television? That's what
Absolutely.
I'd like
and it's
to
all
investigate.
covered in my work.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Simon
Thanks
Taylor.
so much.
And our other guests tonight, M. Rusciano, and Ruby Sunday. Thank you to all our guests for our second variety show for Alphabet Soup. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nathan Little. We'll see you next time. Good night.